Okay, we're here at Mazda with Franz, Director of Design, and you designed this.
Yeah, it's the Mazda Nagare. We introduced it actually in Los Angeles about 4 months ago. It's back in New York with a fresh paint scheme, inspired by nature, was kind of the philosophy that we're working with. Nagare means flow, and I think if you look at the car and some of the stuff that's going on, you see these flow lines and flow sculptural elements. It's a philosophy that we're trying to use to express motion in our vehicles.
And is that always been a mission for Mazda, to put emotion and connect the driver to the car?
Yeah, we're Zoom Zoom, you know?
Zoom
Zoom means the emotion. And so being kind of a sports car company, all our cars should look like they're hauling ass.
Yeah, and how much horsepower would this car have? What engine would go in this car?
This is a glimpse at the year 2020, for instance, and it would be powered by a hydrogen rotary engine, and I don't know what the horsepower in 2020 would be, but it would move just as fast as it looks like it's moving right now.
Very cool. And what is behind us?
Behind us is the Mazda Hakaze, and Hakaze means air flowing through the leaves, and it is a continuation of our design philosophy, our flow design philosophy in a crossover segment car.
Very cool. And so is this going to be in production anytime soon?
This is more of a
really
production-oriented version of what you see here being a very kind of like a spaceship. It's very futuristic. This is based off of a CX-7, and it's intended to be this crossover designed in Europe, actually, where this smaller size segment is very popular.
And how do you even get to this this level of a model? I mean, how does it start at Mazda?
It starts with a sketch and an inspiration, and then we developed the sketch into a theme. We were cooking up this idea of this philosophy anyways, and we found this great palette or this great canvas to put that on. It goes through a process of developing scale models and then full-size models in clay, where we actually hand sculpt the whole thing. And then from there we developed the concept car element. So it's about a 8-month process.
It's a long process.
It is.
And how long is the process to go from this to a real car?
It's about a 3-year process from when we sign off on the design to when the car is available in the dealership.
So has this design been signed off?
As a concept car, yes, but not as a production.
I'd like to see it. It's really cool.
Well,
it's a really cool car.
Keep saying that, and perhaps in the dealership.
I want to buy one. Okay, so have you always worked for Mazda? Where does your history come from?
I'm fairly new to Mazda. I've been working for Mazda for 2 years. I graduated from Art Center College of Design in Pasadena in '92 and began working in the VW studio in California. Worked on projects like Concept One, which turned into New Beetle, Audi TT, and other fun projects. After 8 years of that, I moved on to GM and was involved in design both in Hollywood and in Warren, Michigan. And probably most recognizable are the cars, the Pontiac Solstice and Saturn Sky. And then 2 years ago, I came to Mazda, continued to bring those cool sports cars into our brand here.
So I think we might be seeing some of these concepts on the road, since all of those that you worked on are very recognizable and
that's the idea.
Very cool cars.
I want to see this on the road.
I want to see that on the road. I want to drive it. Would it be a one-person car, or is that just...
No, it's just center driver, and then the rear has got this rear lounge seating environment, like your living room. You know?
Very cool. So the automotive industry is definitely taking somewhat of a toll. So from a design perspective, how do you at Mazda deal with the challenges and competing with, American design and keeping up an image that as a designer is artistic in your design?
The best part about it is that we're a sporty brand, and who doesn't love sports cars? I personally do. So we try to put a lot of sports car into everything we do. Our buyer is young and athletic and energetic and loves to drive cars, and we want to create cars that make them want to continue to drive them and make them want to drive on the track or have fun going from A to B. And I don't think you see that in a lot of other car companies. We're not a product type car company. We're an emotional car company.
So there's a lot of emotion in these cars, and do you see that in the American market, or do you think that it's such a struggle right now in the American market that they're just trying to get something that'll sell? I think
everybody wants something that'll sell.
Right.
And I think the problem is when you try to appeal to too many people, appealing to the masses can dilute your image or dilute your product. And we realize that we've got a pretty specific consumer who wants sporty cars, so that's what we target. We don't provide vanilla. We're the hot chocolate with a cherry on top. Go somewhere else if you want vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, very cool. It must be cool working for a company where you actually have some creative freedom.
It's great. I mean, who doesn't want that? It's for me, it's been a great couple of years, and being able to express cars like this, the ones behind me, the ones that I've done previous to this, it's fantastic. It's a great fit for me.
Is this the first full-scale model that you've had?
No, actually, last year in New York, we showed the Mazda Kabura, which was MX-5-based two-seat coupe, which was pretty dynamic. I actually saw a picture of it as I was walking in here. So
very cool.
It's still around.
Nice way to enter the auto show.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
And
Pleasure
best of
meeting
luck
you.
to your designing career.
Thanks.
And good job.